Someone just choked. Did you?
I didn't hear anyone choke. You're hearing it.
I'm sorry.
Okay, introduce yourself.
Hi.
Say your name.
Okay. I'm Megan, and I'm a little sick, so my voice might go out, but it's okay. You'll be alright.
I'm gonna laugh when that happens. Just
Thanks. Thank you.
I'm just like inside laughing at your voice all the time. Like on Christmas Eve. Just saying. Anyway, I'm Wynter, and this is TrueCherishment15. So today's topic is making sense of things.
Know how to satisfy, keeping the tempo right without you.
So, what does it mean to make sense of things, Megan?
You have to give me an example, like in what?
Like when someone says, I need to make sense of things, what do they mean by that?
I guess they mean like they gotta like understand why this thing is happening, or understand what's going on and why this is happening to them.
I think when someone says they need to make sense of things, they're trying to figure out why something is happening. Look at all the components, like why did this happen? Could it have been prevented? Like the consequences I'm dealing with, could they have been prevented and all that? Why do bad things happen to bad people?
Don't bad things or do?
Why do bad things happen to good people?
Oh, okay. Honestly, I don't know. I don't understand, but I mean, it's not for me. It's not for me to understand. It's just.
I think that it's just God using that person in a way, and I think that God uses lots of people in ways that people will never understand. Like you've had people come into your life probably for a short period of time, and you didn't see the point of them even like being in your life, but like now looking back, you're like, well, I would never went through this if that person wasn't there. And so I think it's just all part of God's plan. And he loves like all his children equally.
The motor's done.
I told my mom I was gonna be filming like before I came over here. But I'll look, hold on. I don't see her. Anyway, so I just think that's like God's way of being. Especially since they're not like gonna stop loving God or like get mad at them because they're good people, good genuine. I mean, they'll be angry, but you know. Okay, so how do these bad things enrich people in their lives? To like better their lives and better.
I think that it hurts now, but it's gonna make you so much stronger. So like, also I think that me and my band teacher were actually talking about this the other day because we have a weird relationship. But we were just like, sometimes bad things happen to good people so that those good people can go help other people, like their friends or family that were going through the same thing after they've already healed from it. So it's like, I've been through this is what I did, and just be there for them because they've been through it already.
Yeah, that reminds me of the movie that just came out, War Room. Like when that old lady, she was talking. I'm sorry. She met this younger lady, and she was telling her about how she prayed and basically using what she had learned in her life to help that young lady better her relationship with her husband and all these problems she was dealing with. So I think bad things are like kind of like mountains that once you get over them, you're a better person, more, and it does make you stronger. And then also you're able to go back and, like you were saying, help others with it. That's what you learn. So why is it important to make sense of things?
Well, from experience, I can say that after bad things happen to you, after a while, you just kind of want to give up and you don't really care why they happen. And you don't really, it's just like, okay, I'm like, what's next? And you don't really, you're just used to it. But it's really good to make sense, like, try to understand why God is doing this to you.
Yeah.
So that you can try to go in the direction He is telling you to go. Because if you just focus on what you want, it's going to end up bad. But if you use everything He's given you and your gut feeling, it might just help you understand.
I feel like if you don't try and make sense of things, then the same thing is just going to keep happening and happening. Because I believe it's like basically God is saying, this is what I'm saying you need to do. Like, go talk to this person. If you just like keep ignoring that, you don't like really try to break down, okay, why is this happening? Why does this keep happening? It's like, okay, well, if I would have said this, and this probably would have happened. And then like you keep doing that over and over again. It comes down to like one thing, and then you're like, oh, well, then I just need to go and talk to this person, try to better that relationship or whatnot. Okay, so talking about relationships, how can making sense of things better relationships?
Okay. I guess if you're, what kind of relationships? Like, just
Like any kind of relationships, friends, mother, daughter, boyfriend, girlfriend,
okay.
girlfriend, boyfriend, boyfriend. Doesn't matter.
I think that if you talk about, if you just, especially if you just recently fought with your friend or whatever, if you talk to them about it and kind of like, you know, maybe one of them did something that was way, like, you did not expect it at all. It was like crazy, like something to you, like kind of like stabbed you in the back a little bit, and that's how you felt. But like, if you don't talk to them, you don't really know why, because it could have been something so different, even though it might still not have been right. It would have been a lot different if you just talk to them and see where they're coming from and trying to make sense of the situation. And that, I think that's really, really important in, like, you know, like love, like
Romantic relationships.
yes, I couldn't find the word. Like romantic relationships. I think that's really important because you're together all the time.
Yeah.
You know, you're making decisions together. So, yeah.
And I think it can better relationships because honesty, whenever you're making sense of things, you're reflecting on what you did wrong and then also what you could have done to prevent it, and you're just being honest with yourself. So whenever you're like making sense of things, you have to be really open-minded, and so you're able to better listen to that person, what they had to say, and then you also say, okay, well, this week, I don't know, they lost their job and their cat died, and so they were probably really upset, and then I went and I, like, I don't know, I wrecked their car and then I laughed about it. So, I mean, then you're like, okay, now I can see why we kind of got in a fight over that, because I was kind of being stupid. I think it can really help. I think the main thing to remember is that God is in control. And the best thing to do is just to follow Him and just try to be the best person you can be. And whenever you do come into something that just keeps getting worse and worse, and you probably just need to take a breather and like really think about it, and then from there it can only get better. I've been where I'm like, okay, what else can happen? So, well, we're done with this. So, you have any other comments on making sense of things?
There's been a lot of times, if this is going to help anybody who's watching this or whatever, there's been a lot of times where I've just like been in my car and just drove and been like, why? Like, why? Wait, why grades? First of all, because that is so stressful. Why am I like struggling? Why do I have to struggle? Why am I like slow? Why is everybody faster than me? Like, I don't understand. You know, why is my life a mess? Why am I not getting hours? Why am I broke? I don't understand. And literally, I give all my problems to God, and it is becoming better. So for anybody, he's really real. So anybody anybody's watching this who's struggling, just try it. You have nothing to lose. I promise you it'll work. So,
Yeah. Because, whenever you're fighting stuff by yourself, you're really not going to get anywhere, but with God, you can get through anything. It helps having friends to support you too, but it's mainly God, like having Him really in your life. Oh my gosh, I was going to say something to you. I completely forgot.
Out of the refrigerator.
Oh my God.
our family is loud.
Oh my gosh. I went to Ohio for Thanksgiving and I was in the back room. The door is basically closed. And it's like, oh my God. I was like, oh my God. The whole house was probably shaking. And I was just like,
Yeah, loud family. So
yeah. People are like, you're so soft-spoken. I'm like, that's what you think. Okay, wait till you get around a family. You have to compete to be heard.
yeah. Wait till they all get here, it's gonna be worse. Okay.
Those kids that run around every year.
I'm just taking by their head and just to the ground.
Push them down.
Mm-hmm. Just take right on top of their head and just sit.
I like these dinners though. It's nice seeing everyone. Lots of families don't do this. I was going to say something that was really important. It was kind of related to the topic, but then I forgot. This happens too much. Too much.
Should have worn a scarf, man. Not like it's cold, so I mean.
No, it's not that cold. It's just, if I didn't wear this scarf, then I'd have to wear a tank top. And if I wore just a tank top, then I'd have to wear like jewelry on it. And I was like, too much work. No, I'm kind of, this is like fleece. Oh, feel it. Ain't that fun?
These have fuzz on the inside.
Oh, you said that you were slow. Don't say that.
I mean,
I was sitting on the bed and I was talking to Tyler when she was at college. And I was like, I got fat toes. I was looking at my toes. And I was like, oh, they're wiggling. I was like, wait, I'm wiggling them. So if you think you're slow, just remember that, okay?
okay. I would. What's your GPA? Like
4.26 or something. Alright. Well, remember, be yourself, accept yourself, and love yourself. Bye. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.